Right there, the RV Odd Couple. We've been reporting on them lately. They bought a campground, a closed campground there, kind of abandoned campground there in Alabama, and they are fixing it up and all that other stuff. So anyway, they now say they now officially own the campground. So it took a while, I guess, to get all the papers signed and all that. So they do own it, and they're busy working on upgrading it. They said there were some squatters in the area. They had to call the COPS, I guess, out to kick people off the land. You know, hey, there's some cabins there. You know, it was abandoned property, and certainly somebody's probably just pulled in there and was living there, you know. So they got those people out of there, and now they're busy going through all the different scenarios of how to rebuild the place. One of their biggest problems, they say, is the electrical service. They have 30 amp service in the park there, which is not acceptable really for modern usages. They want to upgrade to 50 amp. The problem is that that would mean that they could not have any people staying at the campground while they're upgrading, okay? Because then they'd have to dig stuff up and whatever. I don't know, but whatever. So what they're going to do is develop some new campsites, put in a new road, and put 50 amp service up in there. And then when that is done, then they can then go back and close the 30 amp area, the older part of the campground, and do some upgrading there. But they want to have advisory people, okay? Apparently they have got some investors to help them out with all this stuff, and those are the only people now that are welcome to come to the park, okay? If you're an investor, if you're an advisory group member of their group there that's helping them finance the park and all the work that's going to be done, they're the people that are coming, and they want those people to come and see what's going on and help out. So anyway, so they have their Odd Couple, the RV Odd Couple, Odd Squad advisory people that are coming to the park, staying there in the 30 amp units while they're building out the 50 amp area. Then they're going to move everything over. It's something like that, and then do everything. So anyway, they said it's fun. They're having a lot of fun. They're, you know, again, all the different struggles with the campground there, but so far so good. They said the hard work is now beginning. And another interesting problem they had with a particular squatter, not really a squatter, but they had a lady that actually asked them if she could stay in one of the cabins because she was having some issues and stuff like that. And they were thinking about letting her, you know, use one of the cabins for a weekend or a short period. And the police came and said, do not allow people to do that, because once they become tenants in the cabins, even if it's for a short time, you have to go through the official eviction procedures to kick people out if they don't want to leave, and that can take up to a month or more. So they're learning about all the different rules and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough, and there's a lot to learn, right? Okay, we got Randy the Mobile Traveler here. He has, I guess he's got nothing much to do up there in South Dakota with the friends and family. So he decides to do a makeover of his van. And what important thing do we need? We need a captain's chair. Yes, I'm the captain of my van. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's Ace the dog. He's moved the bed to the back there. And does some redecorating there for Randy. Better look at the bed there anyway. So, yeah. Oh, who's that? Pretty cool. Crazy Quaddy goes out camping in his truck, solo overnight truck camping in a severe thunderstorm. Pretty cool video. Check it out. Meanwhile, he's eating crab salad sandwiches. That's jeez. An update here. A couple updates here from Hobo Shoestring, who is there in one of the I-states, Iowa, at the National Hobo Convention update. He did not get selected as Mr. Hobo 2021, but I think he was a runner-up, right? Anyway, so hanging out. It's pretty cool. It meets up Gone Again. I think we already showed that in this video, but some more videos there from Hobo Shoestring Mark there up in beautiful Iowa. Some more on Dave's RV Life here. We've got a whole crew here at the Camo Dave channel trying to figure out what Dave's RV Life is doing. He's pulled the plug on at least doing the build for his van that he bought. And he looks like he's getting ready to sell Betty the Bounder, the Class A, right? And now he says he needs a Class C. So it's, you know, something in between. The van is too small. The Class A Betty the Bounder is too big. So what's the Goldilocks? Just right in the middle. A Class C. Yeah. Basically says the van is great for like around PA stuff, weekends and stuff, but he doesn't want to live in it. And I think Betty's a little too big now. He doesn't really need it quite that big. So he says if he goes back down to southwestern Arizona, Quartzsite, does all that stuff, goes down to Panda Land. Remember, Panda Land, do not go unless you're invited. Then you have official documentation. But anyway, if he does go back out west later this year, he obviously wants something bigger than the van, but smaller than the Class A. Right? Nate, Element Van Life, back to boondocking on his own. The girlfriend Shannon is still out west. Is she ever coming back? Will she ever be back? I don't know. Michigan's a very popular place this summer. I don't know. We got some big storms, a lot of rain there. We had the meet up there, the schoolie meetup up there at UUP up in the Upper Peninsula. But summer's here and it's going fast. It's going to be getting chilly in Michigan pretty soon, so enjoy it. Of course, if you don't want to be paying for that copywritten music to put in your videos, make it up yourself, right? He's actually pretty good. Yes, all alone, Nate, all by himself. And a big bottle of Tropicana there, huh? Letters. Charles Szymanski says, for the 5th day in a row, Michigan has more customers without power, over 267,000, than the other 49 states combined. Wow. Well, I guess that's because of all we were talking about those big storms that hit there on the 11th. They came through, and I guess people are still without power. Wow, I don't know. It has been pretty, as we said there just recently, that's been pretty stormy in Michigan this summer. Yeah, we were talking about more and more people, you know, choosing, quote marks, the nomadic lifestyle. Odd 17B says home ownership is becoming out of reach for many younger people. George Orwell was light years ahead of his time. The future is no longer bright, and I don't recommend any young person have children. It's all we can do to take care of ourselves. Wandering Wildman says he was in the storm too this past weekend in Michigan. I was in Michigan during this storm for about 45 minutes to an hour south near the Ohio border. His old stomping grounds. Luckily, the storm passed over the area. I was at, wow. But yeah, that was a big storm there on, you know, we got a big storm here on Wednesday too. A lot of lightning bolts. I don't know, maybe we got the south end of the storm. I think it was a big front coming through or something, right? Talking where that big storm was, that was Brooklyn, Michigan. Beauregard Rippey says that's the NASCAR Firekeepers Casino 400 will be held there next Sunday, August 22nd. Be there! Morrow says, I was up in Michigan when the big blow happens. It can be a beautiful evening. Then all of a sudden, 80-mile-an-hour winds come out of just about nowhere. One year we had 50 to 75 awnings ripped up. It's crazy at Mears State Park on the beach. Angela Dawn says, you could argue that nomadic lifestyle is a choice, a rejection of the consumerist, capitalistic paradigm. Yeah, I guess you could. Talking about how when I grew up as a kid back in the 60s, things were, everybody was looking to the future with a lot of optimism. Angela says, Dave, I was a kid in the 70s and very scared about nuclear war and the IRA. Fun times. Again, I think as we got into the 70s, we got mired here in the United States and Vietnam, and then we had the energy crisis, and we had gas lines, and then we had a lot of TERROR going on in a lot of places, and yeah, I think I think a lot of that optimism in the 60s kind of crashed down to earth in the 70s. Yeah, and bell bottoms and disco didn't help. Kristen in Seattle says she brags about money and throws it around like nothing. So why doesn't she just pay for the damage she caused? She burns every single bridge with everyone she comes in contact with. Time for her to act the age she is. I wonder who she's talking about. Who are you talking about, Kristen? Who? Foresty Forest says fix the van, says Mark from Arizona. I'll have to check on that for a future channel, for a future episode. Hey, Mark from Arizona also says that maybe Dave's RV Life should just drive Betty the Bounder and park her for good at Panda Land next to Blue Van Dan's big bus. Just abandon the abandoned lot, the abandoned RV bus lot there at Panda Land. Oh yeah, it could become like a nomadic amusement park. I'm getting a lot of people complaining that notifications for my videos are not showing up. I hear that on other channels too. I did a live stream last night. Again, I do live streams on the weekends at 9:30 a.m., 7 p.m. Eastern time. So, check them out. But you don't get all the notifications. And Wrestling Ernest Hemingway says that's problem. He misses the live streams. Or coming in late during them. Again, most every time that evening live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern. Abby Brooks, I got 2 words for YouTube. Beggar's Banquet. By Pinkerton says, updates it. E-Beggar's Banquet. Oh, here we got somebody who's telling us what kind of vehicle Morgan bought. Rescue Pits 09. I guess must know. Morgan's truck is a hunter green Chevy 4x4 that she paid $10K cash for after returning the first one she bought. It's an older truck with almost 200,000 miles on it, but it's in pretty good shape considering. There you go. I'm not saying that that's as good a guess as anything. There you go. What do you think? Everybody's wondering what kind of vehicle did Morgan buy? Well, that's a distinct possibility. George Horman says 7 has shite for luck. S-H-I-T-E. Again, I think the common consensus is she should have just, when Geico wanted to total the truck, he should have just let him do it, get the title in your name, and then get the cash from Geico, and then combine that with the $12K you got on GoFundMe, and go buy another truck. And leave this truck in the junkyard. Because, whatever. That's what he should have done. And I don't know. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. It is Sunday, the 15th of August, 2021. You have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Chat with you later. Block under.